as like a smaller like YouTuber, influencer, whatever you want to call it. Gosh, with like a black sports car accident, the majority of you have been waiting to connect with people the same time as you. No one wants to see your name floating around the screen for 10 seconds. Good morning everyone, it's currently 6:50 in the morning and I know what you're thinking, Santana, why are you out of all people up this early? And that's because I've not been able to sleep. I've been up since 4:30 this morning. I just have a lot on my mind, like adult things, and that's all I have to offer. So I wanted to split today's video up into two different things because number one, you guys know I love doing a good vlog. That's what is sort of in half of today's video. And I also wanted to talk about how to grow as like a smaller like YouTuber, influencer, whatever you want to call it. I was watching Annie Dubé's recent video. I will put it on the screen here. She had a challenge of growing a channel with no views, no subscribers, like nothing brand new, fresh. And she went from like 0 to like 5,000 views on a video in a week. It got me thinking that all of like the YouTubers' advice that you see is normally from a bigger creator that's like, oh my god. So I will be going into that later on in this video. I'll put a timestamp here, so if you do want to just skip to that part of the video, don't worry, I won't be offended. Anyway, I did get my eyebrows done. I'll pop a better photo up on the screen because they actually look kind of fun and fresh. Okay, so I found out that Chloe Ting has released her summer shred for 2021 and I'm gonna do that right now. Here's the before. And this is the after. This was 10 minutes. I've also not got a top on. So I just want to say that the full program isn't out for another like 6 days, 7 days. And that was like, I'm guessing like 10 minutes of like the 45 minute warm up. And all I've got to say is compared to last year, God help us all. Because Chloe went off, she snapped. As she should, but like I just don't know if I'm capable of doing that. Anyway, so I'll pop back when I'm leaving to go to Audi. Let me tell you about my fiasco that I've just had. Basically, I didn't want to, you know, walk back because the bags were heavy. And so I got an Uber and the Uber driver's car was like a black sports car Lexus. I've never felt so bougie. Okay, so I think this is the point of the video where the majority of you have been waiting for some advice and some tips and some tricks. If you want to be a YouTuber, or like you can apply these if you want to be like a micro influencer or an influencer in general. One of my like biggest pieces of advice, you need to structure your videos. Obviously it depends what niche you're in. For example, I do productive days in my life, productive vlogs, or just like vlogs in general. Obviously if you're like doing financing or stuff, obviously structure your video out, make sure it's not boring, which I'll talk a little bit about that later on. The second one is TikTok is probably going to be your best bet. I've only just started implementing there, obviously because I'm not the like biggest of people. TikTok's algorithm is really in your favor as a creator. Make sure you use the trending hashtags and the hashtag for you page, FYP, and then if you're LGBT, use that hashtag. The third one would be if you promote your channel and your videos on your stories, for example Instagram, what you can do is you can hashtag popular like tags to do with your video, and that can get you traffic towards your Instagram account and your YouTube channel, and people may follow you on Instagram as well. So again, it's like very beneficial. The next one is connect with people the same size as you, and people are either in your niche or outside of your niche, but mainly the people that are same size or a little bit bigger or smaller than you. You're obviously a small creator, and you know, just leave a nice comment on someone's video, and then if your videos are good, they're like, all right, I really love them, they'll like the video and subscribe. Obviously don't go and comment on every single YouTuber's video like, oh my god, I love this video, because you don't want to be like that one person. Everyone's like, can you please stop commenting because it's really annoying. Also, one of my biggest things as well would be do your keyword research. I spend a good hour to 2 hours using keywords in my title, my description, my tags, because YouTube looks at SEO, audience retention, and click-through rate, and I'll talk about those two later on. But if you do want to get ranked in search, the SEO part of YouTube is the most important. I would suggest using TubeBuddy. That is probably the best bet for you. If you want, I'll link my affiliate link down below. I do make a small commission from that, so if you do want to use that, I will also link Annie Dubé's video down below because she explains keyword research better than I do, and her channel is all about growing on YouTube. Okay, so audience retention. You want average viewer duration to be either half the video or more. If it's less than 50%, YouTube won't push it out, and then that's your video like like flopping, I guess. Obviously it depends on what niche you're in, and it can depend day to day. Like one day you could get like 20 views and the next day you could get like 300. With that being said, you want your click-through rate to be a very good 6, 7, 8%. It's different for everyone. So for me, I've noticed the videos that do well for me, click-through rate is always at like a 6 or 7 or 8 or a 9 or 10%. Whereas a lot of people need like a 12 or a 15 or even 20% click-through rate. And those are the types of click-through rates that YouTube wants to see. Audience demographic is. Who is the target audience for your content? So for example, I would compare myself to Kenna Marie, Hannah Elise, Fernanda Ramirez, Michaela Mags. I would say that I'm in that genre of people, and that audience demographic is young adults, teens, and you know, the odd child here and there.
So we put out content that relates to people our age, if that makes sense. Very more Gen Z.
You need to tell a story with your videos, and I'm working on this as well. I feel like I do it, but I don't do it as best as I could. You want to start something happening, a middle, the big bang, and the end. Morning routine, for example. Waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things, and then it's like, oh my god, I just ordered something. What could it be? I'll let you know later. The middle of the video, it's a thing that you ordered later. Oh my god, so this is what I've got. A haul, here you go. And then you've got the big bang where it's like,
oh my god, so you know, I've really been needing to show you guys these products.
That's like the big bang of the video, and then you end it. So for the next one, I also see a lot of people misunderstanding frequency and consistency. They're very similar, don't get me wrong, I do it. So for consistency, you want all of your thumbnails to sort of go together, coincide, and really showcase your channel. For example, all of my thumbnails as of this year, I would say that they are all cohesive, they all go together, and they all are very eye-catching, whereas last year where I was really finding out whether I wanted to do this for fun and permanently, it was very much like, oh, I don't care, I'm just gonna do a curved text here and that's it. Like, no one wants to see that. Frequency. You want to upload a video minimum once a week. That's what I do, so I don't cry myself to sleep every night. Obviously, if you want to upload twice or 3 times a week, all props to you. You do you. I actually could never. You're also doing it for the right reasons and not for the sake of pushing a video out. Here's a big one. Your first minute matters, okay? No one wants to see your name floating around the screen for 10 seconds. I'm sorry, I said it. No one wants to see that. That's why I would do an intro of like the little bits that are in the video, and then I'll put enjoy the video, or I'll put my name and then say enjoy, and it's like a second and it's done. We know that it's your name. Okay, also, angles make a difference. Okay, so for this part of the video, I'm very sat down. So my editing for this part of the video will be very like crazy, and it'll be zoomed in and out because I'm sitting down and I'm talking to you. Whereas obviously earlier on in the video, you can see that I was always switching it up, getting different angles. With that being said, also use green screens. Obviously, if you edit with iMovie or a different one and you don't have Final Cut Pro, search up green screen, overlay, download it, and then obviously over the top of your video. Don't buy Final Cut Pro for the sake of buying Final Cut Pro, simply because of the fact it is £300. Also, this is a good one. You've implemented all of my beautiful steps that I've been telling you, and it's really fun and fresh. And you're like, okay, Santana, so why aren't I getting the subscribers? Why isn't my subscriber count going from 20 to 100? Like, why isn't that happening? And you've got to realize that if you're doing everything possible, it's not the viewer, it's you. It's because your content or your editing isn't up to par with what other people look for. What I've learned is that editing is a whole game in itself. You're always evolving, you're always changing, you're always looking for something new to do. So my first video back, where it's just like the delayed reaction, so I was like, hi, and then I zoomed in. I'll insert my first video here. I know, trash. And obviously I edit different now, so you can see my evolution, I guess. Don't overdo it, okay? And this is what I mean. Don't tell us you're going shopping. Show us you're going shopping, okay? Don't tell us you're going for a run. Show us you're going for a run. It's just easier that way. Like, no one wants to listen to you ramble, which is like kind of ironic because that's what I'm doing now. And I know now and again you can get camera shy, and you know, you don't have the confidence, which also leads into my next step, which is have confidence. If you're not comfortable with filming in public, film on a private Snapchat story, and your brain's like, oh, it's just Snapchat, and then when you're using it in your video, everyone can see the real you, instead of you being like, hi guys, so I've just been to shopping at Tesco, and now I'm going to make my breakfast, and I've just made my breakfast now, and no one wants to see that. You're boring. You want to build a community, okay? Don't be that person that has people comment on your videos and all you do is heart them. They took the time out of their day to watch your video. The least you could do is the bare minimum and respond by like, oh my god, thank you so much, what did you like about the video? Or if someone's like, oh my god, this part of the video was so funny, just be like, oh my god, thank you, I appreciate you watching so far into the video. A lot of people will also just put like, like, ah, thanks. No, because your audience can tell that it's not genuine. And obviously, depending on how many comments you get, for example, I didn't get that many comments, so obviously it could be different to me than someone that's a bigger size than me. But I know I wouldn't be anywhere if it wasn't for the people watching my videos. So the least I could do is take 10, 15, 20, or even an hour out of my day and have a conversation with people. That's the least I could do. The last section would be, look at the bigger picture, okay? I know it's hard, you know, you've been grinding so much and you've seen no growth, and it's been a year, and you know, you started with 0 and now you're at like 100 in your first year. If you feel like this is something that you've always wanted to do and it's your dream and it's your passion, do it. Don't listen to me. And I can understand that you can spend hours upon hours editing. Like, I spend days editing. And obviously it's hard sometimes when your video only gets like 20 or like 30 views. Within 6 months time, you could look back and you could be like, wow, that was where I was at, and now I'm at like, I don't know, 500,000 subscribers. You know, I'm getting like 250,000 views a video. You know, I'm really engaging with my audience and I'm getting brand deals and sponsorships and stuff. And I'm the same way. I'm like, why am I doing this? I'm not gonna grow. But then again, if it wasn't for quarantine, I wouldn't be doing this right now. And this is something that I've always done. I've always wanted to do. And as much as I love it as a passion and a hobby, if I did one day end up making this my job, that would be my dream come true. And that would just mean everything to me. I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, well, when the money comes in, you start changing. Like, no, I know me. I literally spend my money on other people. So I know that I personally wouldn't change. Put in the work and you'll see the results. Like I said, just put in the work, okay? And that is it. I really hope you like this style of video. I know I normally don't do that anymore and I don't really do sit down videos, but I've seen a lot of videos like this and I really wanted to add it in as someone who is a small YouTuber and is trying to grow. You know, I feel like a lot of people only tell us stuff that we can go and Google. Obviously you can go and Google all of my answers. Like, I'm not claiming any of them as my own. It's just the stuff that I've learned. If you do like the video, do give it a thumbs up, comment on below if you want to comment on below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you turn on the post notification bell because I post a brand new video every single Sunday. By the time you're watching this, I don't know if we have, but we might have hit 1.2k. So if that's the case, then thank you so much. It really means the world to me. I wouldn't be as happy without it, if that makes sense. Doing my little edits at the start of the video, but yeah, I just want to say thank you. It does mean a lot. I will continue to do this even when I'm like 70, you know. If you're a smaller YouTuber or content creator or influencer or whatever, comment your social media down below and we can build a little community and go from there, and everyone go and support and follow everyone else. And I will see you next Sunday for a brand new video. Bye guys.